We've got Giridhar Sanjeevi, who is the Executive Vice President and CFO at Indian Hotels. Thank you so much for taking time out and good to have you on board. Now, no doubt, we have seen the impact of the lockdown in this quarter. Can you take us through some of the key highlights and give us a sense as to what the outlook is, in terms of how long we could see this kind of a contraction? For instance, we did speak to the management of Inox, who said that by Q3, things will be back with a bang. Would you like to hazard a guess?
Yeah, so thank you. I think, yes, we announced our results yesterday, and these were the record results, as you must have noticed from our press release over the last 10 years. In Q4, there was a bit of an impact in the month of March, but if I look at YTD February, we were going in line with our expectations. In terms of the whole approach to 31st March, we continued to execute whatever we had said, which is about making sure all our revenue growth levers were working on, the monetization programs were continuing, expenditure focus was there. And all this enabled us to make sure that we were able to deliver the results that we did for the year ended March. As we look ahead, very clearly, we are working on a number of initiatives in terms of making sure that our performance is kind of maintained. We are the leaders. In terms of outlook, yes, I think we are happy that the lockdown has been lifted in parts and flights have slowly started resuming. And there is some semblance of normality which is beginning to happen. Now, the question is that how long will it take for normalcy to resume? We do take comfort from markets like China, where occupancies have kind of come back. And we believe that in India, with a very strong domestic tourism and domestic market focus, we do believe that the possibility of Indian recovery should be there, I think. And also the other factor is that for the hotel industry, the key season really begins from October. So I think, so as long as the market recovers by then, I think we should be okay. We are hopeful that the recovery will happen.
Okay, so by October is when you're hopeful that things will recover. Let's talk about the impact on various segments such as F&B. When do you see operations stabilizing from here? Is there some sort of a game plan in place?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think one of the important factors is that F&B will certainly improve as far as the restaurant and eating out is concerned. So with social distancing, I think the restaurants business will come back. In fact, our belief is that restaurants and hotels like ours will be better suited rather than high street restaurants because of the trust factor. So I do believe that the F&B in terms of restaurant business should come up. In terms of banquets, which is the other part of F&B, which is, MICE, weddings, etc., we are slowly getting to see some requests for weddings coming. In fact, we have conducted weddings. Of course, the numbers are small because the regulations say not more than 50 people. Small conference requests are also coming in different cities, actually. So we do believe that the MICE and the weddings business all should sort of start picking up, actually. But yes, I think it will not be like before for a while in terms of the business. But nevertheless, in terms of trust, we do believe that restaurants and hotels will probably be the best placed in terms of recovery.
Okay, sure. Giridhar, what's the impact on RevPAR that you see of the ongoing, COVID situation?
Yeah, so I think as far as RevPAR is concerned, very clearly at this point of time, occupancies are significantly down. And as far as rates are concerned, the business is largely the Vande Bharat and the quarantine occupancies. So these rates that we are seeing at this point of time is all-inclusive rate, which is driven by the conditions of the market at this point of time. But given that occupancies in general will take time to come back, for regular business, I believe that we are unlikely to discount significantly in terms of rates, actually, because whatever occupancy comes and with the trust factors, I do believe that people will be willing to give the rates. Occupancies will take definitely time to come back. I'm not saying that the rates will come back to the previous levels quickly, but nevertheless, I think there is no reason to believe that rates would be in the range that we are seeing in the Vande Bharat type situation. People will be willing to pay. In fact, if you look at some of the segments that we are seeing, whether it is business continuity plan related business where companies want to use our premises for the purpose of business. So that's number one. Secondly, some of the families which want to even quarantine themselves as a precautionary measure. I think we have seen the rates there have not kind of dropped actually. It is only the Vande Bharat flights, the rates have dropped. I think, of course, we need to see how the industry reacts because everyone will be looking for occupancies at this point of time. So I think there needs to be, we need to be sensible in terms of making sure that there is no unnecessary discounting. From our perspective, one other thing to note is that hotels are a micro market business. And always we ensure that there is leadership in the micro market. And also because of the spread of hotels, we dominate in a number of key cities like Bombay, Delhi, Goa, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So given that we dominate in all these cities, we do believe that we will be able to capture a disproportionate share of market as well as maintain micro market leadership for our properties actually.
Okay, just give us a sense of how many properties are now open, whether there's any more clarification required from centre or state governments. There was a little bit of confusion despite the circular. So, if you could share with us how many properties now have reopened.
So I think very clearly, I think even in the during the worst of the times, we kept a number of our properties open. We were very sensible, of course, like where we have clusters of properties in a city. We were sensible in terms of making sure that only one of them were kind of kept open. Like Chennai, if you see Kanimara, Coromandel and Clubhouse, we kept the Kanimara open because Kanimara was a 90-room property. And therefore, it made sense to keep Kanimara open in terms of making sure that we maximize the way we operate our hotels. And where larger business came, we opened up the others. So we are adopting a very careful opening up approach. Yes, there has been a lack of complete clarity between different state governments in terms of how they are opening up actually. And we wish that there is better coordination there. But we do expect that as we go into the next 3 months, we will open up a significant number of our hotels actually. So it's a mix of what the regulations permit, and it's a mix of economics in terms of what is the best way we should open.
Right. Giridhar, we were chatting with Mark Cuban of the Shark Tank fame the other day on a webinar, and he said that hotel companies will now have to become lean and mean. As a strategy at IHCL, how is it that you're looking forward into the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, I think it's more of a couple of things. One is where there is continuation of strategy, and the second is what we are doing in operating models. As part, as you know, for the last 3 years, we have been pursuing an asset-light strategy, where today 42% of our properties are all management contracts, which means it is not based on asset ownership. So that basically means that in terms of growth, we will continue to be asset-light. That helps us in terms of balance sheet preservation, and we will work with the owners in terms of cost optimization. So that is number one. Number two, I think in terms of the operating model itself, a number of changes will definitely happen. I think for the simple reason that it is a new normal at this point of time. For instance, we are definitely looking at more clustered approach in terms of how we manage the properties. I think that's a very big part of it. Secondly, I think in terms of F&B itself, maybe we won't have buffets because buffets are seen as a way in which there is viral transmission. So we'll see probably more of a la carte actually. We have worked out the entire processes in terms of the new ways of both banquets and F&Bs, where in a socially distant, safe way. I think that is going to happen. In terms of the whole check-in experience and the stay experience, I think it's becoming more digital. I think the reliance on digital is certainly going up. More digital check-in, check-outs, where I think the points of contact will certainly be lower actually. I think so. We are working on a number of different themes where while preserving the offering in terms of what we offer in terms of Tajness to our customers, I think we are certainly making sure that we work in a safe and protected way. And the other things, other new revenue streams that we are looking at are what we called as the hospitality at home that we started, which is all about making sure that we deliver, people can call up and deliver hampers and pick up hampers. In a few cases, we are delivering food as well. And I think we will go more online in terms of our ability to service customers. So I think all of these will happen. So to that extent, yes, there are a number of elements of it. But like leaders in the business, we believe that we will be tuned in completely to what our customers are saying. And we will kind of work effectively in the new normal. But it will take a few months for us to perfect these models.
Sure, that's the message for customers. What about shareholders, Giridhar? I'd like you to use this platform to also send a message out to your investors because, much like the aviation industry or for that matter, multiplexes, hotel stocks as well have really been battered and bruised off late.
That is correct. That is correct. And I think it's absolutely correct that hotel stocks have been impacted as a result of the recent pandemic. And I think as far as we are concerned, what we are trying to do is to not just work on recovery patterns, both on cost, both on revenue patterns, the cost optimizations, and also preserving the shape of our balance sheet. As you know, we ended 31st March with a very good balance sheet in terms of ratios. Our debt to equity was 0.35 or so, and our debt to EBITDAs were 1.69. So the balance sheet is in a very good shape. The support that we enjoy from financial institutions in terms of being able to ramp up liquidity has been very good. In fact, while people talk about hospitality sector being impacted, I can tell you that we have been able to raise unsecured loans of up to 450 crores, which speaks a lot in terms of the credibility that we enjoy with our investors. We're also, and all our liquidities are all long-term liquidities, which means a minimum maturity of 3 years. And some loans that we are negotiating will have maturities of up to 9 years, actually. So we are doing that. And so therefore, it's a combination of revenue, cost, and balance sheet. Historically, I think what we believe is that on incremental capital deployment, we have been able to do near double-digit ROCs in terms of historically. Now, that is a very key metric that we are tracking. And we believe that as we kind of optimize renovations, focus on revenue lines, relook at operating models, I think we certainly hope to come back to those levels of ROCs in the medium term. So therefore, I think, and we are the leaders. So I think what the industry should remember is that there is an industry impact and there is a company-specific action. As leaders, my sincere belief, and this is what investors have told me, is that we are unlikely to lose with IHCL because of the company actions itself. The industry will be what it is, and we will seek to differentiate ourselves in terms of how we operate. So I think the message to the investors is that we are working on robust strategies in terms of the whole recovery process. We do have an analyst call later in the evening to talk more about it. And we will continue to engage with them to demonstrate the performance.